And now, your fight is done.
I'll be quick about it. I didn't really like the ending of DLC of Callisto Protocol. In the base game, Jacob is really a human killing machine. Like literally, you fight so many monsters, and it's even in the canon that this guy Jacob actually kills this huge monster. So it's in the narrative that Jacob actually fought this monster and beat it and survived. Even the ending of the base game alludes to the fact of another battle or a payback between Jacob and Ferris. Even the plot of the DLC is bad because the whole thing with the exposing the bad guy was actually done in the base game by having Danny going with the evidence. So the plot of the DLC just is totally useless. As we can see in the base game, the whole thing of the Callisto protocol was to harness the power of that virus, or to harness the virus in itself, and to help mankind to evolve. So essentially that is the theme of the base game of Callisto Protocol. Evolution of humanity through alien virus. So through the change of the human genome. So evolution. And the DLC practically just throws this out of the window and just tells us that Jacob was actually maimed, and there is that lady who is watching through his memories. Now, that doesn't mean that this theme of evolution through eugenics is something that just Callisto Protocol explored. Half-Life explored this concept too. We could say that even Doom, Resident Evil, Prototype, pretty much it's a generic, or should I say, a mainstream concept in the gaming and movie industry. But that's besides the point. But I think that this should have been the actual conclusion of Jacob's story in the DLC. The DLC should have started with Jacob being beaten by fairies or another infected. Let's say fairies thought he was dead, he let him die, but he was beaten by another biophage. And so he got infected with the biophage virus. And somehow, because of his DNA, he managed to resist the virus. So he only partially transformed. And Jacob's goal should have been to seek for a cure to destroy his viral affliction. As a partially mutated biophage, you would be a lot stronger and you would kill your enemies way easier. And given this game already took a more thriller action route, this would actually fit with the pace of the game. But also with its narratives. It talks about eugenics and evolution and manipulation of DNA. But in the same vein, we could also introduce stronger biophage creatures that you should avoid and not confront them directly. or at least to take them out using a more stealthy approach. But as the game progresses, Jacob realizes the fact that the biophage virus in him is actually beneficial, and even though he looks the way he looks, his body is slowly accepting the virus, and his deformed appearance is slowly starting to change and look more and more human-like. Then at the end of the DLC, we have Jacob fighting fairies, and then Jacob completely wipes the floor with fairies. Then we have the post-credits cutscene where it shows that the biophage human hybrid Jacob now has the power to control the biophage infected and declares war on the entire black prison, whatever those guys' names were, on that evil organization that makes experiments on people. The post-credit cutscene ends when a few robots come in a dark room and they say contain the infection, and then we have Jacob giving the hint to his biophages, and he shows at the robots and the robots get wiped, and that's how it ends. It leaves us on a cliffhanger. And in this way the ending allows the player to interpret it in two possible ways. One, Jacob succumbs to the power he now has, and so he fulfills the idea that this organization implements, that the weak are meant to perish and the strong are meant to rule. So he will embody that concept and live his life the way he wants, or Jacob preserves his humanity and he stops using the power of the biophages and completely destroys them. So it either lets you see that either Jacob will go on the evolution route and sacrifice his humanity, or preserve his humanity through his compassion for his fellow human beings. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you liked my content and stay tuned for more. Have a nice day.